Yeah, so how do we communicate? No cell phones. It was certainly just regular phone on the wall in the kitchen with a dial called the rotary dial. And there was typically one phone in the house. Sometimes there was a second extension someplace.
There were hardly any push button phones. Phones actually had like those dials you stuck your finger in, and there were no cell phones at all. In fact, there weren't even phones that like you could disconnect from the charging caddy. You know.
You wrote letters. You read the newspaper. People from the time, like when I was a girl in I was born in 1955, so 1960s, people read 2 or 3 newspapers a day.
I can remember the way that my mom was able to communicate most effectively with us towards the end of the day is she would open the back door and she would yell at the top of her lungs, "Dinner!" or "Time to come home!" Seemed to work. I found my way home.
Actually, when I was a kid, like in the late 70s, especially as a girl, phones were like a big deal. There were like these stores you could go to, and they had like all these different kinds of phones. So like cool phones in different colors, and phones shaped like Mickey Mouse, and all different kinds of phones. And so I remember getting a phone was a big deal.
And then the IBM typewriter came out, which had this sort of round ball. It was a ball-like thing for typesetting. And they also had a new device on it, which was, it had the eraser. So you could go back and erase what you had typed. Other than that, when you were typing something and if you made an error, you had to use whiteout.